Okay, so we have our site set up. Let's run through our workflows on this project. First one let's do is the core modeler. And for that, we don't even need the site. The point of this really was that we just need the Grasshopper script. And the point here was that we could do this. This is just inputs from the code. So even before you started your project, when you were just in schematic design thinking about it, you might know you should be able to input all of these or most of these inputs. We probably know the number of floors based on our program. We could, based on our knowledge, create a floor-to-floor distance as a stopgap or an initial estimate. We could rough in a floor area. We know our use type. We could imagine the construction. And remember, this is just very basic. I'm just saying this is a U-shaped stair core. We have an exterior wall, interior wall, or the space between these two risers, walls at each end, and this landing. And those are all input here in terms of the landing is created by all the inputs. So we have rise and run of the stairs based on our design or whatever we're guessing right now. These handrail offsets are just things from the code as minimums. Anyway, so the point is we can generate all this beforehand and therefore have these stair cores baked into our empty. I'm going to bake these right now. So I know also from my script that I need two cores. So this is all automated. So I would make these two. So hit Alt. There's my two cores, right? And now the idea is that as I'm developing my project, I've got these sitting here, and so I don't forget to put them in. I make them part of the design from the beginning rather than sticking them in later or trying to adjust something to make that work. For you, though, of course, you can just right now, what I'd like you to do for this assignment is just fill this out based on what your design is. Go measure it. Well, fill this out based on your design as you have created it. Bake these, bring them into your project, and see how close they are. And I'm not saying that this is perfect. I'm not saying yours is going to be wrong and this is going to be right. It just will be interesting, and just have that because this is attempting to be a representation of the code. Um, and then I want you to bake those and just have them a color, whatever. I don't even know what layer this is on, but just give it. Of course, they're on the default layer, so let's just say I'm gonna uh, give them a color and then bring these into my design uh, documentation so that they're in label them saying, stair cores generated from the code early in the project or whatever, so that we have a comparison.